Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So my dear faculty, I would like to start by doing an assessment based on just a simple question, which is multiple choice. So we'll go to the we'll start by making a test, which you can find in test surveys and polls here in course tools. So going to tests, surveys and polls, you can choose tests and start preparing a test. So here we'll be building a test that from the beginning I already have two tests, so I'll just call that test 3. And here you can have a description for the test and instructions for students. And after that we'll create a question which is multiple choice. So the multiple choice question will be we can have a title for that, like for example choose one answer, and the question itself would be, for example, what is the what is better assessment. So what is better assessment? We can say online assessment is the right answer, and we say on paper assessment, and here we can say, for example, during class assessment or something else. Yeah, something else, whatever. Okay, so we have 4 choices here, and you can give feedback to students for the correct response, and you can give also feedback for the wrong response. And this is notes for yourself. You click submit. So now we have a question. It has 10 points. You can change this and make it 1 point. So we created a question in multiple choice, and you click now this is the right answer. You can click OK. In order to see how the students see this question, we need to deploy that test. We created the test already, but it's not deployed to students yet. Students cannot see it. So if you want students to see the test, we have to go to a place where you want the students to see the test in your content area. I have a folder here for assessments, which has already some tests. So I'm going to create also that test here. So I'm going to assessment test, and I will select that test 3 that was just created. And when you select it, then you can have a lot of options, whether you want this to be done in a new window or not, what time you want this to be available, and maybe once you're ready you can click yes, otherwise the students will not see it. And if you want this to have multiple attempts, I usually do that for like assignments, homeworks. I can give them multiple attempts, but if the questions change, of course. And forced completion is when you want the students that once he closed the test, or once the test is closed on him, then he cannot open it again. This is a little bit dangerous, because if the electricity goes off or the internet goes off, then he will not be able to continue the test. So I don't usually choose this option. Of course, with lockdown browser, maybe it will be done anyway. Okay, but I don't choose this option. Now, if you want the test to have a specific time, so you have 10 minutes, for example, 15 minutes. Auto submit means after 10 minutes, the test will be automatically submitted, and the students will have no chance to continue the test. But if you choose off, it means the students will continue the test even after the time, and it will be marked late, basically. So, but if you want to limit it to 10 minutes, you should have auto submit. The time where this test is shown is here, and the time where the test is closed or hidden again is here. So if you want the test, for example, to start, for example, at that time, let us say at maybe 8 o'clock, and then we'll finish at maybe 8:15. Sorry, not finish. I mean, it will be hidden at 8:15, so students will not be able to see it actually. So this is a time, it's like a small window that the students will see actually the test. After that, it will not be visible to them. And then you can create a password as well. Okay, let's call the password enter. Okay. So basically we'll leave this to be all students, and I'm not using due date for this, but I'm including it in the grade center because I want students to be able to we can use this in the calculation of the grade of the students to be combined with other assessments. And I don't want to see I don't want students to see any feedback or right or wrong answers after the test. I usually do this afterwards, so during the test time there will be no panic, no issues. It will be just clear. They will get the mark anyway, but they will not know any details about the mark at this time. Okay, so you can have the test all at once, all the questions one time, or you can have it one time, one question at a time. I like this question, so I like this option, so students can focus on their one question at a time. And now for prohibit backtracking, if you want to do this, the students cannot go back to the previous question. Okay, and that may be a good strategy for stopping cheating or reducing cheating, especially if you're going to have now different order of questions, randomized questions. So you're going to have different order, and different students will start, maybe one will start with question 1 and then 4 and then 5, and the other people will start with question 5 and then 4 and then 1 and then 2 and then 3. So the order of questions will change. So it may be also wise to prohibit backtracking. It's up to you. So students cannot go back. And that will minimize cheating. I personally don't do this because I have large pools of questions, so students' questions are different anyway, so I allow them to go back. And of course I do this in a proctored environment, so maybe in a non-proctored environment maybe you want to be more strict. So anyway, I'll leave this to you. We click submit, and now you have the test already deployed here. The students now can take it. If you click on that test as a student, you will see what happens. So you have to enter the password, which was enter, and submit. Now you will find one question only, which is this one, with 4 answers. You click the right answer or the wrong answer, it's up to you, and then save and submit. Now you should see that it took you no time actually, almost, to do it. And if you click OK, now you'll see your mark. The mark is 0 because I hit the wrong answer. Okay, so I hope that was useful, just like a quick way to add a test to students, and it has only one question, which is multiple choice. We'll see different kinds of questions in later videos, inshallah. Thank you for watching. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.